Right now in the metro, there are less than 100 customers in the dark. Those are mostly on the Missouri side. This is a far cry from this morning. At one point, some 42,000 customers lost power at the peak of this morning's winter storm. Now, KCP&L says the outages could have been a lot worse had they not taken so many needed precautions earlier in the year. KSHB continues our team coverage. He's live in Walden. Say it.
Yeah, hi, Mark. As you walk down Main Street, you can very easily see some of the bizarre trees that are here. Take a look at this one. Instead of growing up, it's starting to grow out. That's because KCP&L has been out throughout the city trimming branches that may disrupt power lines. And I spoke to some of the residents here in Waldo who say, although the trees don't look so great, it's a fair price to pay if it means they can keep their lights on.
In this situation, we have a power line down.
As the snow came down this morning, so did some power lines.
You can see behind me the damage it's caused.
At its peak, more than 40,000 homes were without power.
For most people, if their power goes out, they're in big trouble.
But that number could have been much worse, says KCP&L, who earlier this year made some major changes to the tree line on Main Street in Waldo.
They came through and they cut all the smaller branches out and left only the big ones, and they cut, it's like a big hole through the center of the trees now. And
Sam Seagrave says there are more than 100 trees that used to be a spectacle for drivers passing through. Now he says they're nothing more than an eyesore.
They trimmed them out pretty bad. They don't really look very good right now.
But he and neighbor Heather Baker say they'd rather have trees with no branches than homes with no power.
We've been without power from the last ice storm that we had. For over a week we were without power, so I'm glad they cut them back.
I guess it did help when the snow came down. We didn't have a major power outage or anything.
Now, KCP&L says usually after a storm like today's, they'd have to call in extra subcontractors to help with the tree trimming, but because of their preventative measures, they didn't need any extra help. We're live tonight in Waldo. Syed Shabir, 41 Action News.